welcome back to another video. Of course, it's another video on the EF. We are powering through this build. I'm very keen. If you guys haven't seen the last episode, I highly suggest you check it out. We made quite a bit of progress on actually making this turbo. So this is our new turbo that Max Peating Rod sent out. So it's their brand new GT 3582 Street Series turbo. That should go really well on this engine. It's got a 106 rehousing from a BABF. Since the motor was dropped in, it was about time to start filling up the engine bay with all of the Falcon goodness that it came with, including the brake master cylinder and booster. As you can see me putting it in this clip, I also installed the brake lines off camera because they were a pain in the ass. And then it was time to start making the intercooler piping and actually making it more of a turbo car. Got the brake booster on. It was a bit of a bitch to film it, so I just did it off camera. Put in all the brake lines as well. For some reason, these are a little bit goofier. They're not sitting the way they should be. I don't know why. I also managed to secure some brand new TRW brake lines. So these are basically a factory replacement for AUs. So this is an AU now. I just got to put the calipers on and you get some new rotors. The boys had a drift event a few days ago, and one car, we had to take the whole hub assembly off with the rotor because the bolts for to hold the wheel on, they all stripped. So I came up with the genius idea of just taking the whole hub off. So I had to donate my rotors, and Peter's car blew a water pump pulley, so he had to seal my water pump, my brand new water pump that you guys saw me put on in one of the previous videos, but that's okay. Got to help mates out where you can. We imported Luca here. Cripple broke his hand, but we're gonna attempt to do some of the intercooler piping. So I have had a lot of feedback in terms of how I mounted the intercooler because this is very unconventional, and look, in hindsight, I probably shouldn't have done it that way. What do you reckon, Luca? It's a little bit special, Ed.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I haven't seen one done like this before, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But you guys would have seen in one of the previous videos, I chopped half the rail out and we're going to run the intercooler piping over the frame rail like this, underneath the headlight, and it's going to come out through here and into the EG plenum.
Okay, cut that out.
What just happened? So you would have seen us fabbing you would have seen Luca fabbing everything up because I'm still a bit novice on the alley welding, but the cold side is done. I'm not sure if I've spoken about why I decided to mount my cooler upside down, because I've had a lot of backlash in terms of the way I mounted, because I cut up the where the bumper support is, but you can still mount the bumper here, still mounts there, and it still mounts here. So if anything, it'll be quicker to remove if I'm like at a drift event and I don't want to damage the bumper or whatever. Even then, the bumper is completely fucked, so it doesn't really matter. Another reason why I did it is because the intercooler piping is so much shorter now. It's literally just this section here and then that section there, that's it. It's super simple. And then on this side, all it'll be is I'm gonna cut out this section here because it goes nowhere. And then we're just gonna have a 90 that comes out here, and then a 90 that comes out through this hole, then a 45 straight into the turbo. But we'll have to weld on is it a 90 or a 45 there?
We'll probably put a cast 90, weld that on, and
yeah,
then cut that to whatever angle we need.
Yes.
And then just run a straight section straight to there.
Yeah,
so it'll be very easy to...
Very simple. Yeah. And it'll be very serviceable. And I'm not really too concerned about the structural rigidity of the car because, as you guys may well know, it has an AU subframe in it, and yeah, it was all done by me and my friends, so it's not really a major concern of mine. Let's get the hot side done. Oh, another thing, new manifold. You guys might remember in one of the previous videos I showed off this manifold. This is Ollie's tubular manifold. It's made by SDF, Side Design Fabrications, and it's basically a modified version of a 6 boost. I don't want to say copy because that is actually really cool, but it's a tubular high mount manifold. Originally, I bought a B series turbo manifold and I was going to run an adapter plate, but that adapter plate has taken so long to come, and there was actually something happened recently. You guys, like long-term viewers, may know that Ollie does have, well, now had an ED, turbo ED, and it used to be parked in front of my Land Cruiser here, and now it's gone. So on New Year's Eve, it actually got stolen outside my house. Christmas.
Yep.
Yeah, right in the Christmas spirit. A lot of cars actually got stolen on Christmas. Don't know why. Complete and utter scumbags. So if you guys watching this video, if you see if you guys see a reef green being parted out on Facebook Marketplace, keep an eye on it. And he bought heaps and heaps of parts. He bought that manifold, he bought a new turbo, he bought all new like fittings and lines and everything, and he was going to put that in his car. But now unfortunately it's been stolen, so I'm going to start basically buying all his stuff. So I'm buying this side design manifold because it looks cool, and also
It will sound much better.
it'll sound mad.
Great.
We also, off camera, we mocked up the B series manifold, and it actually, even though I'm using an Intec to Barra adapter, it doesn't clear the power steering bracket, which, as you can see, there's not much room. Oh my god, that sounds amazing. Okay, so like I said before, the cold side's done. Luke and I are currently mocking up some pipes to go to the hot side. So we have the turbo sort of mounted up. We just need to tap the manifold for the studs, obviously, because these don't come tapped.
What we're going to do is we're going to get this 90 mounted. We'll have it lined straight up with the hole that's cut in the old battery.
Where the battery tray used to be.
So we'll line this 90 up with there.
It's not going through the headlight, obviously. It'll go under here, which will cut out a section there.
So we'll line this up, mark it around here, cut it there, and then put another 90 in here.
So it's going to be very simple. It's going to go 90 like this, then another...
Just like that, pretty much.
Yep, 90 up.
And then
a 45 here. So as you can see here, the cooler piping is all done. I bought some new Raceworks couplers. These are 3 to 2.5 inch reducers, and obviously they're black. We were never going to use the blue ones. They look tacky. If it was a blue car maybe, or a white car even, maybe I would have used them, but it just doesn't suit the red, you know. So both the 3 to 2.5 inch reducers here. We've got a 2.5 inch 90 right there going into a 2.5 to 3 inch 90. So these are actually quite hard to come by. Raceworks don't really stock them that much, so it's kind of lucky I got that. But on this side we have, like I said, 3 to 2.5, then a 90 through here, and then a 90 into here. The turbo is currently off because I was in the process of tapping the holes for the studs for the turbo, for the rear housing. But my tap broke, so I'm gonna have to get another one. That's okay. This manifold's gonna have to come off one last time because we have to weld on a flange for the external wastegate. We're making good progress, slow and steady, but it's getting done. I'm also in the process of acquiring all of Ollie's stuff, like his ECU, obviously that manifold, all of his fittings and lines and everything like that. It's all at his house, so after that's done, I can start getting onto the wiring harness, gotta buy a clutch, and after that, there's nothing really stopping us from starting it. And you know, it's pretty exciting stuff. It's been almost a year since I took it off the road, and obviously
don't remind them.
But there is one more thing that I have to mention, and you guys obviously might know Peter.
Hello.
He has 2 AUs. He has a white AU drift car, and he also has a blue street AU, like daily drifter sort of thing. So since Peter recently got a new car, one of his cars has to leave, and Unfortunately, it's this one. So if you guys want it, it's for sale. It's a 75th anniversary Series 2 AU Falcon. There's a feature.
Manual.
Oh yeah, it's manual swap. It's got a 308, which is spooled. It's got HST coilovers, choppies, the shot and shocks in the rear. Like all it's really missing is a lock kit and a hydro. And
if whoever buys it, if it's one of you guys, I'll sort you out for the hydro and the lock kit. I'll hook you up.
Well, there you go. So
it's a good car. Just I got too many cars.
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
One of you buy, I give you cheap price.
How much do you want for it? 5 grand?
If you come to my doorstep with 5 grand, you can take it.
Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I've got a couple of very exciting announcements that should come out in the next video. We're about to make a whole lot more progress on this thing, so very excited to get it done, finally. Catch you in the next one.